Hi everyone, I'm Ronald James Gravino and I'm about to discuss Raiders of the Sulu Sea. This section focuses on the documentary Raiders of the Sulu Sea, produced by Oak Tree Films. The documentary depicts how the Raiders, known as Pirates of the Sulu Seas, went along with their trade before arrival of the Spaniards in Zamboanga. It narrates how slave raiding was done by indigenous peoples of the region to retaliate against the colonizers. Historical documentary 2008 about the slave raiding activities perpetrated by the Sama, Balangigi, and the Iranon under direction of the Sultanate of Sulu. It depicts the Southeast Asian flourishing free trading in the area and the adverse effects and repercussions with Europeans such as the English, Dutch, and Spanish who wanted to control the economy as well to colonize and Christianize. The film focuses on the slave raiding as retaliation on colonizers. The sophisticated ancient maritime vessels such as the Lanong, Garay, and the Salisipan, and tools of war such as the Barong, Greece, and the Campilan, and the well-organized forces that is launched for slave raiding the coast of Mindanao, Visayas, and Luzon between July to October, called as the Pirate Wind, Pirate Monsoon. It also focused on the fate of the captured Balangigi leader called Panglima Taupan and his family, who eventually was exiled to the north of Luzon in Cagayan and was made to work in tobacco plantation. And his descendants who went back to Zamboanga and settled in the outskirts of Sangay with their surname De La Cruz Nuno, Maas Nuno, the ancestors of the present Nuno clan of Zamboanga. So this picture guys represents the Ilanon warboat. So this is the Octree Films founded by Zairat Bauno Kudili, CEO, along with Lim Swat Yen, COO, and Jason Lai, Director of Content in 1996. Entered the international market in 2003 with a documentary co-produced with Discovery Asia named The Gods Must Be Hungry. Co-produced documentaries, educational films, telemovies, corporate films with film companies from different countries throughout the years. As we see this picture, they are using the Ilanon warboat. Raiders of the Sulu Sea, a historiography documentary film focusing on Zamboanga City, depicting how the expansion in the south of the Philippines. It depicts the Southeast Asian flourishing free trading in the area and the adverse effects and repercussions when Europeans such as the English, Dutch, and Spanish who wanted to control the economy as well to colonize and Christianize. It also focused on the fate of the captured Balangigi leader called Panglima Taupan and his family, who eventually was exiled to the north of Luzon in Cagayan and was made to work in tobacco plantation. And his descendants who went back to Zamboanga and settled in the outskirts of Ngay with the surname De La Cruz Nuno, Maas Nuno, the ancestors of the present Nuno clan of Zamboanga. So this is the three um, directors and founders of the Raiders of the Sulu Sea. Art historian Isil Gloria de Borja Estrada together with Dr. Samuel Tan and Margarita Cujanco and other international Asian historians contribute to the success of his film produced by Oak Films 3 based on Singapore for Q Channel, Discovery Channel, and the National Geographic for international release. There were no Muslims, Moros in the Philippines prior to the year 1380, and most definitely they were not the original inhabitants of Mindanao, Sulu, and Palawan. Moros are Muslims and they are not an ethnicity or the indigenous people. Prior to the arrival of the Muslims, the Datos and the Rajas in each of their own tribal domains or kingdoms ruled the Tausugs, the Maranos, the Magindanaos, and all the other tribes had their own ancestral domains. None of them were Muslims or Moros. Never forget the Moros. Muslims were the first colonizers of the Philippines. They were the first exploiters of the Filipino people. The sultanates exploited the natural resources and the culture of the indigenous peoples. Now they can call the traditional clothing, dances, food, customs, and tools of tribal indigenous peoples as Moro. So thank you everyone. That's all.